Welcome to Joa Fitness Health Wellness Video Podcast, a space to ignite your day through positive conversations. We bring people that have created excellence in their life, sharing high vibration in their reawakening path.
Understanding, if I do today this, tomorrow that, I can actually reach my goal. And my goal technique, it's all about that you see yourself, you envision yourself, let's say in 5 years. And you can dream big because 5 years, it's a long time, right? It's not 1-2 years. And then when you see yourself in 5, you can after that go back and understand, what do I need to do today to reach that perfect version of myself that I want to be in 5 years. And that vision, that what you want to be in 5 years, will give you the energy to do something today and tomorrow. And if you lose the energy, or you feel like, something is off, you can read it again, because it has the passion, the energy, the dream, right?
Hello. Happy new day, my friends. Welcome to Back into Alignment podcast. Here, your host, Joa Rivas. It's so exciting to have you again, especially in this year where we are actually bringing amazing female leaders of the world, basically. Last time we had someone that it was so engaging from Australia, but she actually lived in Dubai. And it's so exciting to see how these women are able to transfer their skills and to also add more tools into the toolbox to be able to continue supporting the communities. Today we have an amazing guest. I actually connected to her here in Toronto, and she is originally from Ukraine, and she actually has been supporting women for many years. That's why for me it's always a pleasure to have this type of a story that can actually inspire you to step on into greatness. So today we have Mila, and I will say her last name in a short, which is Mila Bog. And her last name is a very long last name, but I would love her actually to say and pronounce it properly. She's actually a personal growth and relationship coach, and she supports the mental and emotional state of many business owners here in Toronto and also globally, since the online services can be provided to anywhere in the world. I'm excited to have her because she is actually the founder of a Smart Club Woman. So I'm really curious about what the Smart Club Woman is about. And she's also an online educator, and she has been touching more than 10,000 people so far. And I'm sure her goals are bigger than that. So I'm excited to bring her today to Back into Alignment, to dig deep into conversations related to today about goal setting, which is actually related to the last podcast that we talk about productivity. Goal setting is one of the very first pillars of productivity, right? When we know where we go, when we have that compass very clear, it's so much easier to navigate and to create balance in our life. So thank you so much, Mila. How are you today? Tell me a little bit about your day. I know you're a mother and you have so much. I can't imagine how your day goes, but how are you? Thank you for coming today.
I'm good. I'm very excited to be here. Like we rescheduled yesterday, and I'm happy that things changed the way they are. I always think like that it's all for the best. Hello, guys. My name is Mila Bogorodovska.
Okay, seriously, that was long.
Yeah,
Bogorodovska. Okay, wow. And but everybody knows you
Bogorodovska.
as Mila Bog.
Yeah. I used to do international modeling for more than 13 years, and one of the producers created this short version of my last name just because we did some presentation, and it was a speaker opportunity, and they needed to put my first and last name on banner to put around the cities, and he was like, "This is too long. Like this is like doesn't fit anywhere." Like he's like, "You gotta make it short," and he created this bulk version, which actually translates from Russian language as a god, Bog,
Oh,
god, but
okay.
we use it in English. And Bogorodovska, it's like a mother of God, like in
Oh,
translation.
beautiful.
This is
Very
my
powerful last
family
name.
name.
Yeah, very powerful. But I love that you are sharing the stories about your last name because that also tells us a little bit about the character that you were brought into this uh, life journey. So yes, awesome. So you were also commenting that you were actually an international model, and then slowly, you've been shaping more into supporting and educating women. can you please tell me a little bit about the stepping stone or what moved you from modeling to actually supporting women more into the arenas of relationship and mental health?
Okay, of course, I'm happy to share that. Basically, as a model, especially when you start in the young age, I started when I was 16. I got casted in my university. When I entered university, I started to learn mathematics, and I casted down there in the dining room. And that industry is very competitive, very hard, especially for someone who's super young and not experienced. So like after 1 year of being in modeling industry, I had so much stress, anxiety, issues, and I didn't know how to cope with all that. So that's why I started to educate myself about spirituality, about personal growth. I had my first mentor. It was a coach who helped me to open up myself to the world, because I was a very introverted person and I was kind of closed from the world. And that's where my journey of self-discovery happened. And then I couldn't stop anymore. I still discover different things. So I learned how energy work, how to develop your goals, how to make sure you know this is your true goal, how to check that with your intuition. And I developed my intuition very well through these years. And I passed different techniques. I'm a master of Reiki. I learned neurographic art techniques, metaphorical card techniques. So all this like tools that I was using for myself to be good with myself, to feel nice, to feel balanced. Meditation, for example, I've been meditating for many years, as well as doing yoga, because I needed for myself to begin with. And then slowly people keep coming to me and asking me, oh, how you keep this energy level up, how you able to do different things, because I was combining studying in the university and doing modeling. And then I slowly started to do more modeling full time, but then I still did some business development, sales, and I kind of all my life I was combining two parts. And then slowly more and more people start to come to me for guidance, especially when I became a master of Reiki. I started to teach in Reiki school, because this is my calling. I always love to help people and share my knowledge. No matter, I was a math tutor when I was in university, and then like I was tutoring Reiki, kind of teaching Reiki. So this is kind of naturally comes through me. And when people came to me for guidance to the school, I was teaching Reiki, and then some of them wanted to do 101. It was back in 2016, and that's how I started to have one-on-one clients, and I started to do coaching. And back then it was more energy coaching. And like I was teaching people how to set up goals with like the right energy intentions, how to build their protection within them, how to clear their energy. And now I'm leaning towards more classical ways of coaching, and more even somehow like psychological things, which help you to change your mind. And then when your mind is clear, when you know and you feel yourself, then I add this layer of energy on top. But I make sure that my clients have a clear base, because sometimes when the base is not stable, people try to add some energy stuff on top of it. It doesn't work good, and sometimes it might destroy the person. So I always make sure the base is clear and person knows where they stand. That's why I love goal setting.
Yeah.
Coming slowly back to the goal setting, and I think that's the core of everything.
Yeah.
I've been goal settler myself for the whole life. My mom was always saying to me, your desires, you have a desires like your father is a billionaire, but we are not. We're like from simple family. Can you lower down your expectations? That's what exactly she was saying to me. And I always believed, somehow I have it in my heart, that I'm a person of the world. Even though I was living in a small city in Odessa in Ukraine, I had this belief that world is my home. And I still feel that like I am capable of everything, anything. And that's maybe why they came to me for modeling, and I picked modeling, like, and I wanted to be in that industry because I started to travel a lot. I met a lot of people, and that's how I recognized the importance of being with your friends, with your community, and how important is that, because I lived in 17 countries for modeling contracts. So you come somewhere and you live for like 3 months somewhere, 6 months somewhere. Sometimes it's 1 month, sometimes it's 2 weeks. Sometimes you live in one place and you travel to another place. And it's really hard. And the people help you to feel good, like to feel that, because family is far away. So people around you become your family if you're letting them to be that family. And I met so many gorgeous, amazing people that we clicked instantly and connected. We still talk. Yeah, we don't talk every day, but like once a year we change and we do a call. We can talk for 3 hours if we have time. And that's that connection between not your family, not your close friends, but people that you spiritually connected, that helps you to survive, like that community, right? And give you that power as well.
Mhm.
So that's why in Smart Club Women, that's a club
Yeah,
that
so
was,
let me just get back into alignment here
yeah.
because I know there is so much for you to share with us, but I wanted to continue with a little bit of a flow. So basically, we heard so much about, especially when you were commenting that you actually had a mentor that helped you a lot to discover this part of your journey, and you commented also that going through modeling allow you to be able to connect to so many people in cultures all over the world, and be fearless, and also having this vision from the beginning of your journey. No matter what your parents wanted to limit you, you actually open it up and you have this visionary character. um, and that's actually very inspiring, because at the end this conversation is for our audience, and many of people that listen to this are perhaps in different stages. They may be in a place of discomfort, they may be in a place of that they just feel stuck, that they're not moving forward or back, they just feel stuck for some reason, or they're maybe right on taking that leap of faith, but they are a little bit scared. And we could be in so many levels, but I always remind everyone that we're back into alignment as long as we can take a break sometimes. Like what I was telling you before the call, I just was taking a break of my day, going to relax in a spa with a cold plunge that allows me to go into this inner world with my own desires, right? Sometimes, as you say, there is so much distractions in the world. So very exciting for women and for men, for everybody, especially men, because men have kids as well, and they also like are role models. But as you were telling that you created this smart club, woman club, that was in 2018, so it's been already for 6 years almost. So how has been the Smart Woman Club coming into initiation in Toronto? How has been the the development through the pandemic? Because I see the pandemic was through this time, which was a lot of mental health disruption in this time. A lot of women and men became very aware about what's happening. Some people became very intrinsic. So can you please tell us a little bit about the journey um, of the Smart Club woman, especially that you're focusing on the feminine energy? And also, how do you use the goal setting into these programs?
Okay, great question. Thank you for asking. Yes, Smart Club, like Smart Club was created in 2018. And on our website as well, we have that information that the club was created by my friend, Yelena. And Yelena was the one who, she was immigrant from Ukraine as well. And she did like this small group of people that would come every month for dinners and discussing their goals. And it was an Instagram page for that. And people were doing that for like, I think around a year they had it. And then I joined them a week or like a month, something like that. It was the last meeting before pandemic started.
Okay.
And me and Juliana, we became great friends. We clicked instantly, and we started to hang out a lot during pandemic time. And then slowly she was not feeling like she wants to do a club, and no one were like doing any meetings anymore. So it was like no meetings, it was like pandemic. And then she said that she's moving with her husband to California,
Okay.
and she asked like if I want to take a lead and
Yeah.
continue the club.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I can do it. Like, it's interesting. And she gave like a WhatsApp group with 16 people inside the group. And she said she wants to keep the Instagram page for herself because she wanted to connect with those people and just have it. And she was like, you just do create your own. I'm like, okay, sure. So I created the Smart Club, a page that you have now has like 1,500 people, and that's how it started. And then what I always do, I kind of like I start to put my intention to something and start to grow. So Smart Club Women became my baby. So before it was just Smart Club, and then it became Smart Club Women, and it became my baby, and I start growing it. And from Russian speaking club,
Okay.
with like smaller meetings for 6 people. Now I start doing bigger meetings like for 60 people, like our boat party, white party, in the 100-foot sailing boat, like women's celebrations. And now it turns something that is not just small group of Russian community comes together in the restaurant. Now it's bigger events, and most of the events, a lot of the events I start to do in English, so more immigrants can come and share their cultures.
Okay.
Because what at first I was good just doing in Russian speaking community, but then I wanted to expand because I've been living in North America for 11 years. I lived in Canada, I lived in USA, and I feel like I want to connect with more cultures. I miss this. That's how we got connected, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm more like international person, so that's what I want my club attendees to experience different cultures, not just closing in one. Yes, we do have events just in Russian, but I also prefer to meet more people and to people share their experiences.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay, so you
and
basically you started with only Russian speakers, and now you're more opening to English, so everybody can actually be part of it, which is very inclusive. And then now coming back into the
goal setting.
aspect related only to goal setting, which is actually something that I wanted to go a little bit deeper for the last 10 minutes. Um, Goal setting is super important, and I feel like it's important to be teaching this to our kids. The younger we learn, the better. We don't have to wait until we're adults to start doing goal setting. So it's important. I'm not sure if the curriculum has been adding this into the education, because I never learned goal setting at the school. I started learning later in the university. I started learning. So I wanted to know about goal setting. What do you feel is the biggest challenge that creates procrastination in people's mind?
I think a lot of the time, people, when they want something big, they feel like they don't have energy for that big thing, and they don't know how to divide goals into smaller steps. So they feel like, oh, I want to reach that one. I don't know how to do it. And then they don't, and they procrastinate instead of like actually seeing a small steps and dividing and then understanding, oh, if I do today this, tomorrow that, I can actually reach my goal. And my goal technique, it's all about that you see yourself, you envision yourself, let's say in 5 years. And you can dream big because 5 years is a long time, right? It's not 1, 2 years. And then when you see yourself in 5, you can after that go back and understand, what do I need to do today to reach that perfect version of myself that I want to be in 5 years. And that vision, that what you want to be in 5 years, will give you the energy to do something today and tomorrow. And if you lose the energy, or you feel like, oh, something is off, you can read it again, because it has the passion, the energy, the dream, right? And then you can again align with yourself, back
And
to
what
align.
about, like, let's talk about metrics, because what happens is that, yes, we can see the big picture, right? And most of the people set the picture with a number, and it's normally a number related to money, to a currency, because we live in a place where we do have to exchange our living, right? Like, we are under governments that they are actually ruling, and it's like we're part of the business with the government. We need to pay taxes. We are definitely part of a big system, and most of these goals that we see are related to a number. So if you see this path, and we have to do reverse engineering to be able to get to our final destination, a lot of people see the destination, but they get all distracted with the, how they call it, the shiny object syndrome. We tend to like so many income information, that this input that comes from social media, from friends, from marketers that come to us all the time, like, I'm gonna do this for you. And so then we start getting dissolved into the process, even though we have the end goal. So then my question is for you, if we have in your practices certain metrics and tactics that can actually help us to stay in alignment towards this goal, and even if we don't get there, like, how can we move the needle a little bit more towards that point, end goal?
Yeah, so basically, when you know what is your end goal, you divide it into years and quarters, and you set up metrics yourself. So you can understand that, okay, this year, this is my goal for this year, like a bigger goal, right? Then you divide it, and it means like, in this quarter, I need to reach certain things. Next one, I need to do something else. And you are aligned with yourself, and you need to check with yourself, are you reaching that point or not? And if it's not, you need to put this, like, why you're not doing it. You don't want it, something happened, you're sick, your goals, your vision change. So you always check with yourself, first of all. And then second of all, money wise, when you just wish for money, it doesn't work like this. You need to wish for things, like, for example, you need to say, like, oh, not like I need 2 millions to buy a house. You better think like, I want to buy a house, and you think about what type of house you want. Because sometimes if you just want money, sometimes like prices change, things change, you might get this, but then it won't be what you really want. Because money usually doesn't give the real excitement for you to move towards. Just things and feelings attached to that can give you that desire, that, like, yes, I want it, I feel it. And back to intuition wise, your intuition will work better when it's not aligned with money. It's aligned actually with the feelings. Why do you want this? Is it you're really something that you wanted? Because a lot of time people want things. You mentioned social media, right? People want things that are not their real desires, because a lot of people don't need even half of the things what are on social media. And with our marketing also that you mentioned, like, especially in American economy, right? Like, they like, yeah, you raise your salaries more, now you can get a better car, better this, and people keep buying it, but they don't need this, right? So it's back to yourself to make sure what is your priority. Because, for example, like, even me and my husband, we were talking the other day, we can invest in another property, but also we want, like, but our main, like, not main, but we want to travel more, right? So we choose to travel more versus not investing right now in something else, even though it's a really good time on the market, you know that, right, to buy something. So we're like, yeah, we can buy something else, but then it will be too tight, we can't travel. And we're like, no, but we do want to travel, we do want to leave. So I think it's all back to yourself and really figuring out what you want.
Okay, so basically we could start by setting the end goal and getting the feeling of what we are achieving. If we get to that end goal, what would be the feeling instead of what would be the particular number that will get us there. So yeah, the feeling, and it's very important to connect to our intuition and the feeling. Sometimes what we're looking is more time for ourselves, more time to relax, like you say, more time to travel, more time to be with our family, with our friends. So how can we make this happen? It could be by having more freedom with our time, by maybe having higher salaries or making more money on less time. So productivity always goes hand to hand with goal setting. So this is a very deep conversation that can continue, because we can even talk about agile teams that are actually working in a very interesting way to set goals in teams, which is so important for us, especially anyone that wants to grow big. It needs to add people in their teams. Like, nobody's going to get anywhere alone. We are here working together and having assistants, having people that are experts in operation, they're experts in marketing, experts. There's so many special elements that are important when we're building a brand and we're building our businesses. So it's important for us to get back into alignment and ask questions as we're setting up those angles, especially like how do we gonna feel when we get there. It's very important. So thank you, Mila, for giving us these tips and the stories about how you started your business. I know that you have this clarity on your path. If it happens that everything goes perfectly aligned with every step from now to 5 years, how do you see yourself? If you could share with us, if you can actually vision, no limits on this vision, just tell us a little bit. If I will be able to talk to you in 5 years, tell me what a story you would be telling me in that time.
Okay, I would love to do that. Just a quick note, like, guys, people screwed up. That's normal. We all have fears. That's normal. That's all okay. Nothing goes ever perfect, and that's fine. Just a quick reminder for everybody, it's fine. No one is perfect. Yeah, in my vision in 5 years, I wrote my book, which is a bestseller. I would say I would not name where. And this is a book about self-development and self-help, and how to go back to your intuition and to your true self. And I'm a mother of a couple of kids, happy
Okay.
wife. We live somewhere in California.
Oh, okay.
In the beautiful house. I have a great team that works with me, and I have a really well-established brand. I'm a famous speaker, and I've been already once in TED and a couple of times
Excellent.
on TEDx.
Super. Wow. Okay. Nice. Well, I like all what I hear. I know that you working towards your goals, towards this big vision that you have, and I'm sure it's going to keep shaping as you go there. I wish you health. I think the most important for all of us is health, mental health, physical health, to your family and to your kid, your baby. And I wish you success. And I know that you are a nominee for the Woman of Influence by RBC Bank. So it's very exciting to see your picture and the nominee there. You never know, you may be able to get this. We're giving you a shout out now, please, if you can. How can we vote for you? Can you please tell us?
I don't think, like, I don't know if it's the vote.
There is no
People,
voting. Oh, okay. So I'm wondering who is going to choose the winners.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And I got yesterday email about other nomination,
Okay.
and I'm like, just people keep sending me this. I'm like, okay, so I need to dig deeper into that.
Okay, well, that's fine. And I will definitely spread it in our captions, in our note, on the chat notes. And yeah, we wish you the best this year to 2024 with all the events that you're planning and all the goals to get to the California sunset view. And yes, beautiful. Do you have any social media that you would love people to get engaged with you, especially if you are in Toronto? Please join the Smart Club of Women right here and join Mila's gatherings. If you are running a business, if you're a mother, if you just want to have new friends that are inspiring, join Mila's Smart Women's Club. Tell us a little bit about your social media channels.
Yeah, you can join me on my Smart Club Women page. I think Jorly will add the description and link. And then my personal page is Mila Bog Coach, where I try to post video and share some suggestions about tips, relationship tips, since I'm a mother, woman, and try to manage all that and navigate. I try to share my life. And my goal on that coaching page is actually I share my true things that I'm going through. Sometimes I even show that I cry, like on sessions or something like that. My goal on that page is to actually show people that nothing is perfect and that's okay. That's normal.
Yeah, yeah. They say embrace imperfection. Embrace imperfection. We're perfectly imperfect. That's a reality. And yeah, I'm totally with you. It's exciting. So yeah, for sure, I'm gonna add all these social media channels in our chat. We remember you can find us on the YouTube for the faces if you want to see our faces. If you want to listen to our voices, you can always listen to the podcast everywhere. Spotify, the Amazon one, the Apple podcast everywhere. So I know Spotify is really definitely very out there. So I'm like, happy that you took 30 minutes of your time to listen to this conversation. If this inspires you, I would love to hear in the comment. I also would love to know, how do you see yourself in 5 years? Please send us the vision, and we hold that manifesto in our hands. And we wish
Are
you.
we giving a gift? Wait, are we giving a gift?
Oh, gift. Okay, please tell
I
us.
wanted to give a gift in the beginning. We forgot.
Okay,
Yeah,
Mila,
guys,
send me a gift. Yes.
please, if you like this podcast, you can share the YouTube page of this video on your stories. Please tag me and Jorly, and maybe add some of the insights that you got from this conversation. And then you can win a ticket for one of the Smart Club Women events.
Okay,
Uh,
super. So we
I
got
will check it in a week or
yeah,
so, right?
sure. We get some of that tickets for the next event, and you get to meet Mila. You get to connect with her and her team, and enjoy these awesome gatherings. So thank you so much, Mila, for being present to share 30 minutes of your time. I know you're a really busy mother, wife, daughter, and a female leader and a community builder. So we wish you all the best. And thank you for taking the time to share this with us. I hope this really gives you some insights in your path. And remember that together we are stronger.
We invite you to subscribe to this channel and share with your community. Please leave comments below, and if you like the episode, click the like button. Have a beautiful day.